Imagine a world where the air itself is supercharged. What if overnight the oxygen in our atmosphere doubled? It's a thought that sparks curiosity and a touch of apprehension. Our world, so delicately balanced, would be thrown into a whirlwind of change. From the air we breathe to the landscapes we inhabit, the consequences would be profound and far-reaching. Our very existence is intimately linked to oxygen. It fuels our cells, powers our industries, and shapes the very air we breathe. But what happens when this life-giving element becomes overly abundant? The answer, as we'll discover, is a fascinating tapestry of transformation. Get ready to explore a world reshaped by the power of oxygen. This journey will take us from the heights of the atmosphere to the depths of the oceans. We will witness the awe-inspiring power of nature as it adapts to this new reality. So buckle up as we embark on an exhilarating exploration of a world with double the oxygen. Prepare to see the familiar through a new lens, to witness the unexpected, and to grasp the profound interconnectedness of our planet. Our adventure into the world of doubled oxygen begins now. We know that oxygen makes up about 21% of Earth's atmosphere. This delicate balance is critical for life as we know it. But what happens when that percentage suddenly jumps to 42%? The answer lies in understanding the fundamental nature of oxygen. Oxygen is a highly reactive element. It readily combines with other elements in a process called oxidation. Think of a rusty nail or a peeled apple turning brown. These are everyday examples of oxidation in action. Now imagine this process happening at a much grander scale with double the oxygen. With more oxygen in the atmosphere, combustion becomes easier and more intense. Forest fires would burn hotter and spread faster. Even a tiny spark could ignite a raging inferno. The implications for our planet's ecosystems are significant, but the impact extends far beyond just fire. Increased oxygen levels would also affect our weather patterns, the way our bodies function, and even the materials we use in our everyday lives. The science of double oxygen is a complex web of interconnected effects, and we're only beginning to unravel its mysteries. Picture this: the sky a deeper shade of blue, the air feeling crisper and cleaner. With double the oxygen, our atmosphere would undergo a dramatic transformation. The air would become denser, increasing atmospheric pressure. This means every breath we take would deliver a bigger dose of oxygen to our lungs. This might sound great at first, but our bodies are finely tuned to a specific oxygen concentration. While some might experience a temporary boost in energy and alertness, prolonged exposure to high oxygen levels could have adverse effects. Think of it like overinflating a balloon. Too much pressure can lead to problems. The increased atmospheric density would also have a noticeable impact on our weather. The skies would be filled with larger, more dramatic cloud formations. Rainstorms would be heavier, and wind patterns could shift, leading to unpredictable weather events. Our planet's delicate climate system would be thrown off balance. The changes wouldn't stop there. The higher oxygen levels would also affect the way sound travels through the air. Sounds would seem louder and sharper, as if the world had suddenly become more acoustically defined. Even the way light scatters in the atmosphere could be affected, potentially leading to more vibrant sunsets and sunrises. Our world would be a sensory feast, but at what cost? Imagine a world where wildfires burn with unprecedented ferocity. With double the oxygen feeding the flames, even a small spark could ignite a catastrophic inferno. Forests would become tinderboxes, prone to erupting in massive, uncontrollable fires. The consequences for our planet's ecosystems would be devastating. These supercharged wildfires would release massive amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, further exacerbating climate change. The smoke and ash would blanket vast regions, impacting air quality and visibility. The delicate balance of nature would be thrown into disarray, but the impact goes beyond just the immediate destruction. The increased frequency and intensity of wildfires would also hinder the ability of forests to regenerate. This could lead to widespread deforestation, soil erosion, and loss of biodiversity. The very landscapes we cherish would be forever altered. The increased risk of wildfires would also have a profound impact on human populations. Homes and communities would be at greater risk, leading to displacement and economic hardship. The fight against these infernos would require a Herculean effort, straining resources and testing the limits of our firefighting capabilities. The world would be locked in a constant battle against the flames. Section 5. Life in the fast lane. Oxygen's impact on metabolism. Our bodies, intricately designed machines, rely on a delicate balance of oxygen to function. With double the oxygen in every breath, our metabolism would go into overdrive. Imagine a world where you feel constantly energized, your senses heightened, your mind racing. It might sound appealing at first, but the long-term consequences could be detrimental. Just like a car engine running at high RPM, our bodies would burn through fuel faster. We'd need to consume more calories to keep up with our supercharged metabolisms. This could lead to significant changes in our dietary needs and food production systems. The increased oxygen levels would also affect our cardiovascular system. Our hearts would work harder to pump the oxygen-rich blood throughout our bodies. While this might initially lead to increased stamina and endurance, over time, it could put a strain on our hearts, increasing the risk of cardiovascular disease. Even our sleep patterns would be affected. The heightened metabolic rate could make it difficult to fall asleep and stay asleep. Imagine a world where people are constantly buzzing with energy, struggling to find restful slumber. The very rhythm of our lives would be disrupted. Section 6. The Insect Kingdom Giants Among Us. In the insect world, size matters. And in a world with double the oxygen, insects could reach gigantic proportions. This might sound like something out of a science fiction movie, but it's based on scientific observation. During the Carboniferous period over 300 million years ago, oxygen levels were significantly higher than today, and insects thrived, some growing to enormous sizes. One of the reasons insects could grow so large during this time is because of the way they breathe. Insects don't have lungs like mammals do. Instead, they breathe through a network of tubes called tracheae that deliver oxygen directly to their tissues. With double the oxygen in the atmosphere, these tracheal systems could support much larger insect bodies. Imagine dragonflies with wingspans of several feet, or ants the size of small rodents. It would be a world both fascinating and unsettling. These giant insects would have a ripple effect throughout the ecosystem. They would consume more food, potentially leading to competition with other species. They might also develop new hunting strategies, posing a threat to smaller animals. The balance of nature would be forever altered. Have you ever wondered why the sky is blue? It's because of a phenomenon called Rayleigh scattering. When sunlight enters Earth's atmosphere, it collides with gas molecules, primarily nitrogen and oxygen. Blue light, with its shorter wavelength, is scattered more effectively than other colors, giving our sky its characteristic blue hue. Now, imagine a world with double the oxygen. With more oxygen molecules to scatter sunlight, the sky would appear even bluer, a more intense and vibrant shade that would captivate the eye. Sunsets and sunrises would also be more spectacular, with a wider range of colors painting the sky as the sun dips below the horizon. But the impact of increased oxygen on color wouldn't stop there. Oxygen plays a crucial role in the formation of many pigments, the substances that give objects their color. With double the oxygen, we might see changes in the colors of plants, animals, and even rocks and minerals. The world would become a more vibrant and visually stunning place. Imagine flowers blooming in shades we've never seen before, or birds sporting feathers with iridescent hues. Even the rocks and minerals that make up our planet's crust could take on new and unexpected colors. It would be a world transformed, not just in its physical properties, but also in its aesthetic beauty. Oxygen, while essential for life, can also be a destructive force. It's the main culprit behind corrosion, the process that causes metals to rust and deteriorate. In a world with double the oxygen, corrosion would become a much bigger problem, impacting everything from our infrastructure to our everyday objects. Imagine bridges and buildings rusting at an alarming rate, requiring constant maintenance and repair. Cars would succumb to rust more quickly, and metal tools would become less durable. The cost of replacing and maintaining our infrastructure would skyrocket. Even objects we take for granted would be affected. Metal utensils, jewelry, and even coins would be more susceptible to corrosion. We would need to develop new materials and coatings to protect our belongings from the relentless assault of oxygen. The increased corrosion rates would also have implications for industries that rely on metals. Manufacturing processes would need to be adapted, and the lifespan of machinery would be reduced. The economic impact would be significant, forcing us to rethink the way we design, build, and maintain our world. Life is remarkably adaptable. Over billions of years, it has evolved to thrive in a wide range of environments, from the scorching heat of deserts to the frigid depths of the oceans. So, how might life on Earth respond to a doubling of atmospheric oxygen? It's a question that sparks the imagination and leads us to ponder the incredible power of natural selection. One possibility is that some species might thrive in this oxygen-rich environment. Plants, for example, rely on oxygen for respiration, and a surplus could lead to increased growth rates and larger sizes. We might see forests becoming even more lush and vibrant, with trees towering to heights never before imagined. Animals, too, could undergo significant changes. Some scientists believe that higher oxygen levels could lead to the evolution of larger animals, particularly insects and other invertebrates. Remember the giant insects of the Carboniferous period? We might see a resurgence of these incredible creatures, reshaping the ecological landscape. Of course, not all life would benefit from the increased oxygen. Some species adapted to lower oxygen levels might struggle to survive. This could lead to shifts in ecological balances, with some species thriving while others decline. The tapestry of life on Earth would be forever altered. Our journey through a world with double the oxygen has been a thought-provoking exploration of the interconnectedness of our planet. We've seen how even a seemingly small change in atmospheric composition can have cascading effects, impacting everything from the air we breathe to the life that surrounds us. While the scenario of doubling Earth's oxygen levels is hypothetical, it serves as a powerful reminder of the delicate balance that sustains life on our planet. It underscores the importance of understanding and respecting the complex interactions within our environment. As we continue to grapple with the challenges of climate change and other environmental issues, let us remember the lessons learned from our imaginary journey. Let us strive to be responsible stewards of our planet, ensuring that future generations inherit a world where life can continue to thrive in all its diversity and wonder. The next time you take a breath, pause for a moment and appreciate the life-giving oxygen that surrounds you. It's a precious resource, one that deserves our utmost care and respect. For in the vastness of the cosmos, Earth remains a unique and fragile oasis of life. Let us cherish it and protect it, for it is our only home.